It's the HumKayLive series, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard this Sunday, like every Sunday, 7 p.m. East African time. This is what we do. Many apologies tonight. I'm having power problems here. Okay, welcome. Otherwise, I'm having power problems. You'll notice the light is a bit low today. Okay, power problems. I have no idea what the problem is. We just seem to have low power today. Okay? But the show must go on. The show must go on. It is our time of fresh musical inspiration to jumpstart your week in style. So let's get to it. Welcome. And if you haven't, then tell your friends right now. HumKayLive. Go ahead and tell them, drop them a line, give them a call, let them know we are live. We are finally live. Sorry, we got a couple of minutes delay because I was trying to figure out the power here and it just wasn't working right. But here we are. Showtime. Tell everybody we are live. Welcome to the HumKayLive series. Welcome. It's a wonderful day. It is good to be alive. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend today. My weekend is fine, other than the power that is unstable and it's making our picture look really dim today. That's really terrible. But we'll get by. I believe all will be well. We will still have our fresh music and inspiration, even though we are having it in relatively low light today. But it is all good. Good. I hope you are well. I hope you are enjoying your weekend wherever it is that you're joining in from. I hope everybody's in good health today. I was at church earlier today. It is evening over here. It might be morning if you're on the other side of the world. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I don't know where you're joining in from. Hey, let me know where you're joining in from in the comments. And let's get talking. What is good on your side of the world? What is good where you are? What is happening? What is inspiring? What is exciting? I just love good news on the HumKayLive series. So if you have some good news happening over there, let us know about it and we will rejoice with you. I always love that. If you have a scripture that you'd like to share with us that you probably got to read in church, if you went to church, or just something you came across in your own study that might be inspiring, that might be uplifting, that might bring some positive energy to somebody at the start of the week. Share it. Tell your friends right now that we are live. Oh, I have something very important that I would like to share with you today. I have something really important that I'd like to share with you today. Something that was shared in church where I attended church today. I was at Eden Revival Church earlier today. Beautiful service. Thanks to Pastor Brian and thanks to Bishop Morris from Kenya. Good people that shared in the church service that I attended today. And it was absolutely inspiring. And so I'd like to share a little bit of that inspiration with you today on our time of fresh musical inspiration on the HumKayLive series. So let somebody know. In the meantime, click the like button if you haven't already. If you're new here, my name is HumKay, and hey, I'm your pilot for this thing, the HumKayLive series. We do this Sunday and every Sunday, 7 p.m. East African time. We get together for several minutes of fresh musical inspiration to jumpstart your week in style, baby. So yes, thank you for making it. Thank you for making it to the HumKayLive series today. Let everybody know. We just got started. Yeah, so if you're new here, click the like button, click the notification bell so that every time we have something going here, you are the first to know. Yeah. So tell me, are you ready? realize. Alright, tell everybody, tell everybody. Yeah, last weekend was my birthday. I'd like to thank all of you that sent me amazing, kind messages, lovely messages, and some gifts and everything. Hey, thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you so much for your generosity. Those of you that sent me some gifts, if you're late to the party, you can still send the gifts. I'll be happy to receive a gift any day. But it's the HumKayLive series this Sunday, like every Sunday, 7 p.m. East African time, and I thank you for making the time to be here. Today, going to church today, we learned about some reasons that we get things delayed in our own lives. Sometimes we don't know why things don't seem to happen when they're supposed to happen. But we always need to evaluate. Okay, we always need to evaluate. There's a challenge with some of us that are believers, incidentally. Some of us that are believers in Jesus Christ, and we have faith, and we believe that God is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, and He predestines everything, and He knows the ends from the beginnings, and He determines things and He decides what happens. Of course, that is very true. That is very true in context. But sometimes we over-apply that concept. Sometimes we over-apply that concept and we forget the part that we are supposed to play in this whole mix. We know that God, of course, has His will and He does things according to His will and all of that. But we must also know that there are things that God does in covenant, in a sort of agreement, where He says, if you do this, then I will do this. If you do this, then this will happen. Give, then it shall be given to you. Sow, then you shall reap. Work. Okay, he that does not work shall not eat also. The reverse of that is he that works shall then eat. Okay, so there are certain things that work by way of sort of conditions, so that if you don't fulfill your part of the bargain, then that thing that you expect to happen will not happen. Yeah? Obviously, God will bless the efforts of your hands if you trust Him, if you ask Him, if you pray to Him, if you believe Him. But if you give Him no efforts to bless, there will be nothing coming through. Okay? You will not get any richer, you will not earn any more by just wishful thinking. Or believing very hard that God will do it. There are certain things that God will inspire you to do. There are certain things that the scriptures instruct us to do. For example, work. Okay? There are certain things that the world we live in teaches us to do. For example, study, educate yourself. If you have got a formal education, you've gone through school, that is wonderful. If there are things you have not learned through the formal education, and there are many, there's so many things that you will not learn in the classroom and in the lecture room at the university that you will learn in the school of life. Okay, so educate yourself in those spaces. Educate yourself in your area of specialty. Educate yourself in your area of expertise. Educate yourself in people skills. Educate yourself in being street smart. Educate yourself in the environment that you live in the community that you live in the culture that you function in. Educate yourself in these different things, because if you do not do that, then you delay your own success. If you know somebody that knows how it works, approach them. Approach them. If they wish to charge you a consultation fee, pay the consultation fee, but learn something from them. Because in so doing, you expedite your own progress. You speed up your own progress. You speed up your own success. So we all have dreams. We all have desires. We all have ambitions. We all have aspirations. We have things that we hope to see in life. But until you do something in the direction of those aspirations, until you wake up from the dream and do something in the direction of that dream, it remains a dream. And it never becomes anything else until you do something in the direction of the dream. And here is the biggest problem in many of our lives. And this is something that really came to surface today during the church service. It is something that one of the ministers at the church that I attended today mentioned. that has caused delay, that has caused us to be stagnant in many things in our lives. It is procrastination. Procrastination. We know what to do. We know what needs to be done. We know what we need to learn. We know who knows what works. We know where we're supposed to go. We know the processes. We know. But we keep saying to ourselves, I will do it. I will see him. I will ask her. I will go there. Oh yes, I will check. Oh, I will follow up. I will do it, but we never quite get to do it. We never quite get to the part of doing. And by the time you look back, days have passed, weeks have passed, sometimes years have passed. And you are still hoping to do, and you're still about to do, and you are still thinking about doing, but you are not actually doing. And that keeps you back. By the time you get to it, people have moved on. The people you started out with have moved on. By the time you step out, people that are not even half as good as you are have gone ahead. And sometimes, by the time you wake up to the reality of what you have to do, circumstances have changed. The person that said to you, you can come to my office and I will help you out, is no longer in that office. The person that could have helped you out has moved to another country. The person that could have done the process or helped you work through the process is no longer available, is busier now. Hello? Oh, I will go and check on them. I will go and check on them. By the time you wake up to the reality of checking on them, they are dead. So the next time you say, oh, so how is so-and-so? They say he died. But you've been thinking and planning to go and check on them. Oh, I will tell him, oh, I will tell her. Yeah, I will tell him, I will tell her. By the time you get to tell her, somebody else has married her. Music! So you miss the opportunity to love somebody to marry somebody you love because you just wouldn't tell them in time. They got taken. There's a job, you're qualified for that job, but you won't apply for it. And by the time you wake up to apply, it has been taken. It is no longer available. I have been a victim of procrastination myself. I missed a scholarship because I knew there was a scholarship somewhere, and I was like, oh, that's a good one. I think I will apply for it. And by the time I began to check through the details of the information, I kept telling myself, I will look at the details. I will look at the details. By the time I checked out the details, the deadline was yesterday. I missed the scholarship. Think about it. You probably wanted to buy a piece of land and you could afford it at the time, and you dragged your feet on it. By the time you went back, the price had doubled. And you couldn't afford it. Procrastination. This is what the Bible says about, for example, giving your life to Jesus. It says, this is the day of your salvation. And then you say, I will think about it. I'm on. Many people say, I am on my way. I'm on my way. You ask them, when are you getting born again? When do you plan to give your life to Jesus? I'm on my way. And you're on your way. You're on your way. Some people never reach. They're out of life before they actually get to that point where they give their lives to Jesus. Procrastination. So don't say tomorrow, because tomorrow may never come. Tomorrow has not come for some people. If you can do it today, this is a philosophy I have, a personal philosophy I have. Do not save for tomorrow the good that you can do today. Think about it. Think about it. Welcome, Gloria. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. The light is doing its own thing today, but hey, we're getting down to the music. And I want to share a song with you today. In light of that, one of my songs actually, it says, "Live my life." I occasionally remind myself to live my life like there will be no tomorrow. Because that's a good way to do the things you have to do while you have the opportunity. If there is something you have come across and on the inside you feel that I need to purchase this. I need to purchase this. Maybe you are in ministry like me. And then you come across a piece of equipment that can help the ministry and you're thinking, this would be good for the ministry. If the Lord has enabled you to get it at that time, get it at that time. Because for some of you, you had the opportunity, you dragged your feet about it, procrastinated, and by the time you got back, you could not afford it anymore. The price had gone up or it was sold. By the time you got back to it, it was sold. Welcome, Jen. You say, I like that song. Thank you. Procrastination. I'm talking about procrastination. Don't save it for tomorrow if you can do it today. The sermon is over. And that is the word of the Lord, and the people said, Amen. Where you are, what's happening where you are, what's good over where you are, where you're joining us from, and what is happening over there. Share something inspiring in just the next 50 seconds. Tell us what is inspiring, what is interesting, what is exciting, where you are, and then I will get into the music. You have 40 seconds to do that. Talk to me. Then we are ready for the music, yeah. All right, this is how it goes. Psalm 97 verse 10. one day, like it was only yesterday. A friend came to me and it turned out he had a lot to say. He told me places he planned to go, and all the friends that he planned to call, the many things that he planned to do, but never got to do. It was only late the other day, I was walking to my house, and the neighbor said to me, never did you know that an accident occurred, and the other friend of yours is gone, he's gone. Then so I need to live my life like there'll be no tomorrow. So I need to live my life like the one through yesterday. So I need to live my life. See, I need to live my life like the one through yesterday. Whoa, what did I mean? I'm not gonna wait till today becomes a yesterday. Yesterday is history, and tomorrow has no guarantee. The only time I've been given to show is today. So every minute that I leave, I will leave it to the fool, and the people that I love, I will tell them that I do. If you love me from afar, I'ma tell you now I love you too, love you too. Cause I see I need to live my life like there'll be no tomorrow. I see I need to live my life like the one for yesterday. I see I need to live my life. I see I need to live my life like the one for yesterday. Yeah, so live your life like there will be no tomorrow. Whatever good you can do today, do it. The people that you love, tell them you love them. The people that you want to check on, pick up the phone, check on them. The people that you feel, I need to bless this guy. He has people like HumKay. You say, this guy has been a blessing to me, I need to bless him. Bless them today. Wake up tomorrow and bless them. Don't say, when I become richer. How do you know he will always be here? You might want to bless me next year and I die in December. God forbid, of course. I'm not planning to die or anything. But it happens, people die. Hello? That person you're planning to check on them. That thing that you're planning to buy, if the Lord has given you the money, buy it. That thing that you're planning to do for your family, for your spouse, for your household, do it. If you have the means, do it. Don't plan to do it later. Don't plan to be a millionaire before you ever take your children out for lunch. Do it while the opportunity is available. That's it for today. That's it for today, good people. Thank you for hanging with me on the HumKayLive series this Sunday, like every Sunday, 7 p.m. East African time. Our time of fresh musical inspiration to jumpstart your week in style. I'll be looking forward to seeing you again next Sunday. I believe we'll have better power then. I pray so. So we have better light to do this thing like we normally do it. Today has been so, dim and everything, but I hope you have been blessed. I hope you have been inspired by the little stuff that I have shared with you that I received from church today. I hope that is inspiring for you, and I hope it gives you the strength, and I hope it gives you a jump start to your week, so that this week is more it helps you so that in this week you're able to accomplish more things than you've been accomplishing because you've been putting them off and putting them off and putting them off. Get to things, get to work, get to do them, get to talk to them, get to arrange them, get to process them, get to renew it, get to, whatever you have to do, get to buy it, get to build it, get to start. Okay? Right away. And if you do that this week, I believe you'll accomplish more than you could have probably accomplished by procrastination. If things are delaying, evaluate yourself. It is most probably because you have not taken certain steps that you should take because you've been procrastinating. That is most likely why you are delaying, is it? Examine yourself. Ask yourself that question. Is procrastination the reason I'm not moving forward? It probably is, or it is a major contributor. Otherwise, we have the Worship Ministers Summit on the 8th of October. On the 8th of October, we have the Worship Ministers Summit. That is the most uplifting and igniting gathering of worship that you have every year. Once a year. It only happens once a year. One day only. The 8th of October 2022. We're going to be at UCF Makerere. I will share more details as we go. Otherwise, have yourselves a great week.